Living different here with V180. You're with Leah and the girls upstairs. It is marriage week. And so for this, for today, we've dedicated this, our time together to talk about all things, maybe not even necessarily marriage, but marriage, pre-marriage, maybe even post-marriage a little bit, who knows. But, you know, as more than half of us in the room here are unmarried or marriage hopefuls, which is okay. It does... Yeah, it kind of hits a little bit of a nerve, as I imagine it would for some people, you know, also being the oldest person in the room here and still unmarried.
Yeah.
And I can say for myself for a long time, it did sort of come with a little bit of a sting.
Yeah.
You know, we go, marriage week, but I'm not married. What's in it for me? You're like, well, marriage is, you know, it's ordained by God. It's a beautiful thing that we're all called to do. But is that really all there is to your life?
Hey, good question.
If you're not married yet.
Yeah, if you're not married yet. Because I think, interestingly, I don't think we could use Jesus as an example.
No.
Because, yes, while he was single on earth, his whole motivation is the church, his bride, which he's coming back for next. So I'd think of Jesus as like a engaged kind of figure. But Paul is fantastic because supposedly he was married, but then his wife probably died.
Right.
And so now he does all his ministry having gone through marriage and with the experience of marriage, but now he says, I prefer that all of you are like me in being single because you have that fluidity, you have such a greater opportunity to be able to, I would say, yes, in all honesty, I had so much more time as a single person to do stuff, to honor God, to just be focused. Like I wasn't worrying about someone else's food or dishes or anything else like that. I just had me and myself to worry about and my relationship with God. Yeah. And so, it's really interesting. Paul's a fantastic example in the Bible about someone navigating singleness.
That's true. That's true. And I guess, like, you know, we're in whatever season you're in, we're called to honor God, you know, and even if it is a pre-marriage season, which may be a little longer than some other seasons, but that's okay. I guess, you know, how do you be faithful in that singleness season or unmarried season, I suppose, you know, like living faithfully and, you know, chasing after whatever ministry that God's put you in. Yeah. You know, how do you remain faithful in that?
Yeah.
And also trusting in God's plan for you and knowing that, you know, someone is coming or maybe it isn't. Like just being, I guess, content in the season and doing things that you need to do. And, you know, like I could easily say, like, you know, I'm one of the single ones over here. Hello. Grace is the only one that's married.
Welcome.
So
I was the worst at this season.
Yeah. Grace was so like straight in. Hello.
Oh, man. It was tough. But yes.
Yeah, I forgot my train of thought. What was I saying?
Being faithful while single.
Yeah, being faithful while single. And being, like, I'm the first to say, like, I'm too busy for a relationship now. But, like you said, that you find time for it, you know? Like, it's like it all fits in together with your timing, with God's timing. And but we can still complain.
Absolutely. Because there is this, like, deep drive within us that wants to you know, pursue a relationship with another person and we want to be loved and love and
it's a good thing.
It's a beautiful thing. Otherwise, God wouldn't have created marriage if we didn't really want that.
Yeah.
You know, but I think I've lost my train of thought now.
No, that's okay. Like thinking about how to be faithful during times of singleness because it's a fantastic time to... I think the thing I neglected the most during while I was not in a relationship was friendships, in all honesty, because you can't really make you can make friendships and you can make trustworthy friendships and you can grow there, but it's so much more difficult to make friendships while you're dating someone after you're freshly married, when you're about to have a kid. It's so much harder to make friendships then. And then these people haven't seen you go through different phases of life and they don't know what you were like beforehand. So I would say, man, if you don't have like a good set of friends around you right now, people who will call you out on your sin, people who are checking in with you daily, like, try and find some really solid friends. Another one is different ministries. Where can you serve? How can people be serving into your life? Like, that's a great practice as well. Don't neglect this time that you have because God's put you in this time for a reason, for a season. So, yeah, don't neglect your time without a relationship, for sure.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think, as you said, in everything, come back to God with it. You know, if because we don't know how long these seasons are when we're in them.
Yeah.
And sometimes they end, and other times
they go on.
Sometimes they feel like they do go on for a long time. But it's okay either way, because at the end of the day, God's got it.
Yeah.
He knows exactly what's going on in our lives, and he knows what's coming at the end of the tunnel too, and that's really quite nice to remember. But we do have to get back into it now. We're going to keep talking about this here on V180 with Leah and the girls upstairs.
Vision 180.
Live different.
Different.